What's up, Tiger Gang? It's JT here from the Poco Moonshine family. We're back again with another episode of Chatting with Carnivores. Today we got Andrew from Frog Boy X1 Gaming. How you doing, my dude?
Doing good. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'm big into gaming, so is my wife. So I saw that you were carnivore and gaming. I said, man, I gotta get my dude on here, man. This is gonna be awesome.
I'm gonna
Um,
might have to change it to carnivore and games, man.
yeah. Do what's best for you. But where are you from and where are you at now, location wise?
I'm from Utah. Been here my whole life. I've lived in Wyoming. I've lived in Las Vegas. I've lived in Arizona for a little while, but I always tend to come back to Utah, and that's pretty much where I was born and where most of my family is. So just kind of stay here.
What's your favorite part about Utah?
We have basically everything. We've got from forest to desert to freaking mountains to snow. We literally have everything
You
here.
guys even got the Skinwalker Ranch. I was saying, man, you guys
Yeah,
got everything.
we got the skinwalkers. We got the Mormons. We got it all. We got everything here, and it's fairly decent area. Pretty chill for the most part. Pretty chill.
You guys got good beef farms by you?
Uh yeah, actually we have a few of them. We got the Delta Egg Farm down here as well. So I mean, we've got a pretty decent supply of everything.
It's awesome. Well, what brought you to carnivore? What issues were you having that you felt needed to be improved? Take us back and let us know your story, Andrew.
So basically, I'm 43 now, and every year after the age of 35, I could just feel myself getting weaker and more tired. I had like this burning sensation in my leg. I had hurt my arm. I threw my arm out when I was mowing the lawn one day in the middle of the summer. I hit something and it snapped the pin that keeps the motor in alignment. I pulled that thing back and it ripped my arm so hard that my arm was just in pain for like 6 months.
Mm.
And then after that started to go away, it's just always had like this burning sensation like right here, and I could barely lift it over my head. So it made my work and everything pretty hard. Well, I'd also started putting on about 20 pounds a year from the age of 35. I went from like 195 all the way up to 335 at my heaviest.
Mm.
And I could just feel myself getting sicker and weaker. And so I actually did. I just prayed. I was at work one day at lunch, and I just prayed, and I was like, God, please help me find a way to recover my strength and make me healthy again. And I never get on Facebook. And so when I got on Facebook, and my brother was right there at the very top, and he said, man, I've been on this carnivore diet for 30 days now. I've lost this much weight. I feel great. And I was like, I'm going to try it. We have the same freaking genetics, the Norwegian, whatever genetics. So I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try that. Because I'd been thinking about it for a while, I was like, man, what if I just started eating just meat? I never really looked into carnivore. I looked into keto, tried that for a little while, didn't work too well. Jumped into intermittent fasting. Now I was seeing results with intermittent fasting, but my body just still felt super sluggish. So I was like, all right. So when I started carnivore, I didn't know it was going to fix my arm. I didn't know it was going to take away all my joint pain. I didn't know it was going to make me not fart. I didn't know it was going to just completely like reorganize my body and make me feel 10 years long, 20 years younger, and restore my testosterone and all of that. Like I didn't know any of these benefits were going to happen. Cause I wasn't really watching anybody, I'd watch Dr. Ken Berry and just kind of get a idea of what I should be eating and stuff. And they were like, oh yeah, you want grass fed, grass finished ribeye, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I can't afford that. So I went over to Costco, and I started grabbing like these beef chunks, like little stewing beef, because you can get 5 pounds for like $25. And I was like, man, I'll cook that all up. I'll put
How do
it
you
in
cook
little
that?
bags. I just fry it up with salt.
Fried up? Oh,
Just put it in a big old skillet, fry it all up at the same time, put it in 5 single individual freezer bags, throw them in the freezer, take them to work, take one out every day and let it thaw out. That's what I'm eating for work. The guy, the little food truck thing, I told him that I was like, yeah, man, I don't know if I'm going to be buying food here anymore, because, well, I'd get like the little mini tacos, and I just eat the beef out of there. But he's like, dude, if you're on that carnivore diet, man, I'll bring you like 5 strips of bacon every day for like $4. And I was like, do it, do it. So now I eat that with the beef, and then I just buy my chuck steaks. I get, it's like $60 for 6 chuck steaks with a big old thing of bacon that I can get 5 slices for those. And that's pretty much what I'm eating. And I'm watching the pounds drop off. Like I said, 335 pounds at my heaviest. Today I woke up, I'm at 312 pounds. I literally
Oh,
lost like 2 pounds since yesterday
it's
and today.
dripping off, man.
It's coming off. My stomach used to be like round and hard, and now it's like nice and squishy. It feels good. My arms feel better, man. Like everything just feels incredible. I have like my strength is renewed. I feel absolutely incredible.
And you had a shoulder injury, right?
Yeah, that shoulder injury, man, that went away. I was like day 19. Day 19, I was like at work, and I noticed, I was like, what the freak, dude? My shoulder doesn't hurt. And I'm all lifting it up and stuff. And so we got this, it's like a 4-foot pipe wrench, man. These things are pretty heavy. So I walk over there and I grab it and I just start, kind of lifting it up, doing something that would normally destroy my arm, like within like a couple of lifts. And I'm sitting there lifting it up and I'm like, what the freak, dude? And so I went with the other arm and I was like, oh man. So I've been like lifting that while I was at work at lunch and stuff too. But then I was like push-ups. Like I'd go to do a couple push-ups and my arm would get weak and I'd fall. I'm sitting there and I'm just doing like push-ups. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, is this real? Like my arm, it doesn't hurt anymore, because I didn't expect that. I was like thinking I would have to go get surgery for that to fix a rotator cuff. But then I'm like holding the drill up and just all these things that would kill my arm, man, that would just make it burn so bad. I was like, wow, this is freaking insane that this is fixed. And I'm like, and my leg don't burn no more. My feet don't freaking hurt. Like all of these benefits that I absolutely like didn't think. I was like, and even my wife, dude, like she's kind of a believer now, because like normally I wouldn't be able to find my round to it for nothing. but like everything, like we had a leaky pipe in the basement. I went down there and fixed that like immediately. All these other things that just like I have the energy to do, I have the will to do them now. I've even got to the point where like I designed this YouTube channel so that I could like sit here, and be able to do something that I love, because like all my other hobbies, fishing, trying to cast, bait caster, arm hurt too much for that. Riding downhill mountain bike, couldn't do it. My shoulder was too, I couldn't hold myself on the bike the way I used to. Just all the other type of things that I would do that I couldn't do no more. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do those again. I want to go buy a bike. I want to go fishing. I want to do all this stuff. But now I'm like, dang, man. And now I got this channel, like the gaming channel and stuff. And I love my gaming channel, but I do kind of feel like I'm going to start, bringing other type of content into the channel as well now that I'm doing this. Because if anything, just being able to help other people that were going through what I was going through, because I'm 100% convinced that our government is trying to keep us sick.
Absolutely. There's more money to be made when we're sick.
I'm 100%, dude. I watched my mom that was diabetic pass away during the pandemic. She had like the lymphoma and everything, and like the diet they would give her, bro. They're like, yeah, just make sure you eat your carbs and this and all that. And I'm just like, after knowing what I know now, man, like, oh, dude, that's insane. That's insane that they would rather keep people sick instead of helping them out. But I don't necessarily blame the doctors, because they're just doing whatever they're taught. And obviously they're taught to like give you pills and medication and stuff. And after struggling with drug addiction for 7 years, I refused to take pills. The only thing I would take was like ibuprofen for like, the swelling or the inflammation and stuff. But once it gets to a point where like I was starting to have ulcers, man. Like I was taking so much ibuprofen that I was starting to get ulcers that are completely like gone now. I don't know if they're completely gone, but I haven't, had that issue now for, gosh, the whole 30 days. My cognitive ability is much better. If you go back, and this is like provable, if you go back and you watch some of my older content, you'd hear me like sniffling all the time. You'd hear me like coughing all the time. And now look, like my speech is completely better. I'm not sniffling all the time. I don't feel sick. I don't feel weak. I wake up in the morning and I feel freaking like I have energy. I can sit up. I'd sit up in bed, bro, and I'd rock myself when I first wake up to try to get like my body just moving.
Mm.
And now this is incredible, man. This is incredible.
Just wake up ready to go, and it sounds like you're getting, like you mentioned, getting that love for life back. The bass fishing and the
Oh
riding
yeah.
the bikes, and even working on the cars. For your job, it makes a long day when you can't lift your arm to do
Yeah.
something.
We'll see, like, and that was part of the thing because when I'm at work, I do my job. I do my job. I get it done. I bust my butt. And when I come home, man, I was so freaking just beat. Like I'm beat when I got home, and I'd still do it pretty quick. But now I'm faster. I'm getting things done quicker, and I'm coming home, and I've got so much energy still, dude. I'm just like, this is incredible. I don't understand how. Like like seriously, it doesn't even make sense. How can just eating meat, fat, bacon, butter, all the stuff that they said was going to clog my arteries and kill me, why do I feel better? Why do
Mm.
I feel like why do I feel like I could freaking run out there and do a marathon right now, bro? You know what I mean? Like why do I feel like I have the energy
And
to do
you're
these
only on
things?
day 30, what?
32. This is day 30.
32. I'm telling you, folks, listen to this man. He's on day 32, and he's gotten so many benefits already, and they're only going to get better from here, in my opinion.
So like for real, that first week was a little bit like rough, when like my body was kind of changing and stuff. But from that point on, like week 2, where I started feeling like these massive changes, I was waking up early. I got my smartwatch, and it has me track my sleep. When I first got it, I would have it do that, and it would just show so much REM sleep, and I would have like these vivid dreams every single night. I'd wake up with a headache. I would feel like I would just feel terrible. Now, dude, when I use that app, it's showing me like light sleep. That's what your body mainly gets, and then like my deep sleep, man, has grown tremendously,
Wow.
and it's incredible. No more vivid dreams that I can like remember for the last since I've been on this thing, and that's incredible, man.
Yeah, that's
And
amazing.
and it's been consistent energy across the board. Unless there's like been 2 days when I did not eat like a big dinner, when I didn't eat dinner, that like the next day I would kind of be like, oh man, I'd be kind of dragging butt, right after lunch. But now, like when I eat dinner, dude, I've got consistent energy the whole day. And it's incredible. It feels good. Like my whole body feels incredible now.
That's amazing. Wait for it. It just keeps getting better. Were you snoring before?
Yeah, my wife says that yesterday I was snoring, but yeah, I do believe I was snoring pretty bad. She said like last night or something, the night
Does
before
she say?
last.
Is it getting any better? Has your wife mentioned?
No, not really. I'll have to ask her. She's kind of still a little mad at me. I don't know. Not necessarily mad at me, but like she started doing like this aerial thing. It's like this mixed drink or whatever, and all these like supplements and all this stuff, and is paying like $300 a month for it. And in just the 30 days that I've been doing this, I've seen like so much more like progress toward like getting my body back together. And like I don't know, she says she feels good and all of that, but I feel like she's still kind of like, in disbelief maybe a little bit. So
It is. When I first heard about this diet, I said, dude, there's no way you guys are just eating meat. There's just no way, man. And it's yes way though. Like you really have to open your mind and get past all that nonsense that we were told our whole lives. And a lot of those studies that say that, bacon and eggs and all and steak in the mornings, that it's bad for you. Most of those studies are paid for companies like
Oh
Kellogg's that
yeah,
sell
man,
breakfast cereal
they
and
try
stuff.
to they try to tell you it's going to give you gout and all of that stuff, man. And I'm like just the stuff that I've read about like oxalates, man. I'm pretty sure it's the oxalates that are giving you gout and maybe not the
Ooh.
bacon.
Wow. Yeah. See, that's my buddy Bubba. He was getting some lately, some gout lately, and he's been on carnivore for a while. And I've just been trying to figure out what it could be for him, but it could be the oxalates that he's dumping.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're getting it from bacon and stuff, I mean, it it pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't I kind of just have like this. I'm at this point now where I just kind of don't believe most of the stuff, and I've always been that against the grain kind of person. So I mean, like even with like PC gaming right now, dude, I'm so against the grain. It's not even funny. uh, hey guys, how's it going, man?
Yeah, we got a couple people in here. Michael Sell, he says carnivores unite. He also says greetings. What state are you guys in? I'm in Wisconsin.
I'm in Utah.
Andrew's in Utah. He's out there by the Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
Most physicians are only required to have this 4 hours of nutrition to become a doctor. Does that make any sense? Yeah, that's wild, man.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Energy level incredible every single day. I'm feeling the same
Yep.
way too. I feel, man, I feel like I told people I feel like I'm 18 again, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah, it just feels incredible, and like I don't feel hungry all the time. I'm
Yeah,
not
that
hungry all the time.
satisfied, right?
Yeah,
Satisfied.
like I'm actually freaking satisfied after I eat, man. Like I'm not hungry all the time. I'm not craving sugar anymore. I think the salt really helps with that though. The
Have you
salt.
tried Redmond's?
I don't have Redmond's. I bought this Himalayan pink salt,
Pink
but
salt. How is that? I've never tried that. Everybody's been asking me about it.
uh I kind of don't like it.
Yeah.
Just because it's like nah. I mean, it's not bad, but I would rather try something else. I kind of like the regular table salt a little bit better than that. But
Try the Redmond's. I thought everybody was just hyping it up, but it is so tasty and it's so good on all the meat, man. Like I'm telling you, I even
as
put it
long
on
as
my
I have,
eggs. It's
as
making
long
my
as I
mouth
have that,
water.
as long as I have that pepper, man, I'm good. But I do think the salt really helps. Get rid of the sugar cravings quickly.
Absolutely.
If you start eating the salt, you will get rid of the quick. Yeah, you'll get rid of that pretty quick.
How many
I was
meals a day are you eating, Andrew?
um like two, and then maybe like my bacon snack. It just depends on the day. To be completely honest, on the work days, it's two. I eat you know the the beef chunks, and then I eat the steak and the 5 pieces of bacon at night. So just two. Today, who knows how much I'm going to eat. I'll eat as much as I'm hungry,
Absolutely.
which has been pretty regular now.
You mentioned the food truck guy. What did he say when you said you're going carnivore?
He's like, man, I'll have to look into that. And I keep telling him every day, I'm like, dude, you should probably look into this because
Get a carnivore
he's a
option
big
on the
guy.
menu, right?
Yeah, he's a big guy like me. We should all just like we should start like a carnivore restaurant for real, bro. Just like a fast food carnivore.
I think that's especially when we get this. If you can tell, the Carnivore Diet Movie.com. Part of this is to help raise awareness for the Carnivore Diet movie, and when that goes on Netflix, I'm telling you, I think we're going to see a lot of things change here in the States.
I kind of feel like a lot of people, they don't necessarily look at carnivore as like a way of life. They look at carnivores more of like a I don't know. I don't know why it sounds so so weird to them. I mean, like my pronouns are man child and I identify as a T-Rex. So I mean it worked out perfectly for me. I was like, dang, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, when I heard beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, and you can lose weight, I was like, you're shitting me." I was like, "I'm trying
Yeah,
this right away, dude."
exactly. I've been really actually thinking about going just on the lion diet for like 90 days, just doing like the steak, the salt, and the water.
I always
And
break it for bacon. I can never get off the pork bacon.
yeah,
But now
dude,
I
bacon
have
is
beef
so
bacon, so I'm technically still on lion diet then.
yeah. So I mean, like, all right. So I don't know if you know who this guy is, Thomas DeLauer. I used to watch him a lot when I was doing my intermittent fasting routine
Yeah, no,
type
I
stuff.
haven't heard of him.
Okay, so like he's always like he's into this like nutrition and stuff. And I mean, if you think about it, the lion diet, what does a lion eat? They run, they get their red meat, they feed on that, they drink water, whatever. They live just fine. They're healthy. They're happy. They got really lean muscle. They look incredible, right? Well, I go, like and they're always talking about like all these extra supplements and stuff that you need. Do you really need all those extra supplements?
I
I
don't take
just don't
electrolytes.
know.
Do you?
No, I don't. I just drink my water. I drink my I get these at Costco as well. They're the alkaline waters, man. I buy 18 of those. They're like $10. It costs me about $100 a week for my diet. You know what I mean? But if I had to, I would eat bologna and hot dogs, bro. I will never go
That's
back to
what I
carbs.
started on. I
I,
ate whatever was in the house, and we had bologna, we had hot dogs. I ate it all up, and I felt great.
I will never go back to freaking like carbs again, man. Like I might one day eat like a vegetable again, but not at the rate I was. You know what I mean? Just not
Yeah.
at the rate I was. There's no way.
Yeah, the only
To do a
carbs I really
line.
have these days are like in summer sausage, breakfast links, and beef jerky. Like there's still carbs in those things, but I'm like, man, come on, they're meat and I enjoy them, and then it's not really bothering me. So, no one's
Yeah,
really perfect.
yeah, for real.
I've got your channel up here so people can go subscribe. I am subscribed. I'm just not signed in at the moment on this thing. I never sign in on this computer. It's just my streaming computer. But
Oh
um,
yeah.
Carrie from Meeting Wellness says, "Hey there, friends. How you doing, Carrie? I mean, Christy. I'm so sorry. I was talking to you about Carrie, and now I'm saying Carrie. Um,
Huh.
well, she's. I'm trying to hook her up with Carrie from Homestead House. So I've got both their names on my mind here. My Apex Odyssey. Hey, MW. Let's see here.
Hey, what's up?
Do you know Apex Odyssey?
I don't. I don't know anybody on here yet.
Oh, okay. At this point for me, my mind is ready to do stuff, but my body's not quite ready yet. I still have to stop walking before I want to. Yeah, take it at your own pace. It's not a race between carnivores. We're all just here to support each other, and I think it's awesome, man. Some people are like, "Well, I've only been on this for like a month. Why would you want to interview me?" It's like, why not, man? Like you're already getting some amazing results in 30 days. Like, let's
Oh
share.
yeah.
Carnivore Stan, hi JT and Frog Boy, hi Carnivore Tribe. What's up, Stan?
How's it going, Stan?
Let's see. I'm just look. If you guys have a question for Andrew, please put a Q in front of it, and I'll make sure I ask him the question. Primal Mike, hi family, how you doing, Mike?
How's it going, Mike?
Oh, he says, you can do lions, Andrew. The lion diet. I'm a lion over 2 weeks now, and I feel better than on regular carnivore, and still putting on body mass, so I'm growing well.
Nice, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm getting back into doing some lifting and stuff. Before I started working the job that I was now, I went to college to become a probation officer. So I was doing a ton of fitness stuff like all the time before that. And like, yeah, I just want to get back down to where I was, prior to
The
like
194
35.
again, right?
Yeah. Like you start getting, I don't know what it is, man, but you just like my family too, like all my brothers and stuff are well, like my oldest brother and my oldest sister, they just both had kidney failure.
Oh,
Because I mean, like our family, man, it's just like really bad for us. I think this might actually have something to do with DNA too. To be completely honest with you, like my DNA is like Scandinavian stuff like that. So it's like like the colder climate. So I know that they were eating a lot more meat and stuff. So I
mm-hmm.
just kind of feel like your ancestors and your DNA and stuff. I don't know, man. It's just weird.
What
It's
does
just
your
weird.
family say about your carnivore diet?
My extended family or my in-house family?
Both.
Well, my in-house family, because I don't really pay a lot of attention to my extended family. Most of them don't even know yet, to be completely honest with you, unless I watch my channel. But like my family, my kids are like, Dad, you can't just live on meat. Dad, you can't just live on meat. And I'm like, I'm doing it just fine, man, and I feel incredible. Like I don't feel hungry at all. Like I'm never starving. And when you do get hungry, it's not like a painful hunger. You're like, oh gosh, maybe I should eat some. You know what I mean? It just doesn't feel the same way it used to. It doesn't. It just feels, I don't know. It feels more natural.
And
Like
did
I
you get
don't
any keto flu when you started?
um not I don't know. I honestly don't know, to be completely honest with you. Like I said, the last couple of days I've kind of, felt like a little bit more groggy in the morning. Yesterday and today. And I've kind of felt like a little bit more I don't know, man. I kind of feel like I'm like my body released oxalates or whatever, and it just like kind of put me off because in the morning I was like, oh man, I don't feel good, but then the rest of the day is just fine. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like the rest of the day is just fine. I don't feel groggy after I get up and I start moving around. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I got a keto flu or not. But I mean, I know that you, like I was saying earlier, you could go back and you could watch like a lot of my earlier content and you'll hear me snorting a lot and like coughing all the time. And it's just weird. Like I feel my sinuses feel cleared out. My chest, my breathing, everything feels a lot better, man. Life is significantly better than it was a month ago.
And I think that's
uh,
important, man. You're only 30 days in and you're already adding up a list full of benefits, man.
oh man, yeah, the list definitely outweighs the I might get sick from like heart attack or something. I was probably gonna die within the next few years, anyways. You know what I mean?
Headed
Like
down the wrong path. That was me too, man. I was like,
I've
there's no way I can die faster on this diet than the other way I was on.
oh yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like we're eating everything that I mean, I feel like we're closer to a healthy way of eating. I mean, just once your body starts changing, once you start feeling the effects of this and the real energy, because when you eat carbs, you get tired and you get hungry faster.
Yeah.
You're not consistent all day long. When you're eating what I'm eating right now, when you're eating this and you have consistent energy across the board all day long, like you could go and work out for a half hour and then you just feel good like 20 minutes later. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. If you go back and you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, okay, like one of the greatest bodybuilders ever around, and you look at his diet, beef, bacon, butter, eggs, cheese, and very, very little carbs, and you look at how incredible his body looked compared to the new bodybuilders now that are all carb fed and they look like crap. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like we're on the right path. And I do. I feel consistent energy. I feel good. I feel strong. I feel happy. My I don't have any brain fog anymore. Like I feel like I can, you know, articulate what I want to say significantly better than I ever have in a while.
That's
This is
amazing.
incredible.
Did you have any anxiety before carnivore?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think you
Just
mentioned like leaving the house, you didn't even have the energy. Like I used to feel
yeah, like
anxiety
I
with
would
IBS.
yeah, like you'd have anxiety, you'd feel like kind of depressed. Like a depressed to a point where it's like, man, I don't want to do anything because I just don't feel good to do anything. Not like depressed, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna jump off a bridge, but like depressed, like,
That
oh
you
man, I
can't do
just
what you love to do.
yeah, exactly. You just kind of it's almost like this, it's almost like this feeling like when you meet an old man that's past his prime and just they just they just become like, okay, man, they're not combative anymore. They're not that warrior type of man anymore. They're just like it's like they accept that. And I felt myself getting to that point where I was
Mm.
starting to accept that, like, hey man, if something happened, maybe I'm gonna be hiding behind my wife. No, I'm just joking.
Get them,
You
babe.
start to get to that point where you're just like where like you feel you're like where you're like looking at yourself and you look at all the young people running around you all the time and you're like, oh man, those were the days. Well, now I feel like I'm back in those days, man. Like I could run with those young guys. I could do what they can do. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel intimidated by that. I feel like I could do, and dude, I'm like 312 pounds today. And I feel like I could get up there and do the stuff that I used to do. Like, I mean, obviously I'd run out of steam a little bit quicker because I haven't done it in so long, but I feel like I don't have that insecurity now, like say you're up 5 feet off the ground, you're looking down and like, oh gosh, that looks high. Now it doesn't look so high. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like this mental thing flipped in my head, when my testosterone started coming back, and I'm just like, whoa, man, yeah. See, like that, those like, I don't know what you would call them, but like those feelings when they start creeping up on you, and you can't put them in check anymore because you just don't feel like you don't have that drive, or you don't have that you're just not feeling like you could do that stuff. So you kind of just put
Accept
it
it.
out of your mind and you just accept it and you try to walk away from that and you try to move forward. But man, I don't know. This diet is incredible. And I've tried to tell people that on my channel, but I don't know. They told me it was they told me I'm experiencing some sort of a placebo effect, and I was like, a placebo effect.
I think I'm always on the placebo effect on this diet.
I was like, are you kidding me, man? Like I can move my right arm. That is not a placebo. That stuff was debilitating. Seriously, like
Yeah, especially when you said you worked
very
on vehicles, right? That's got to be hard to work on
well. Like
vehicles when you.
exactly, dude. When you're sitting on your back and you got this arm up because you're right-handed and you're trying to move something, like when you twist and you feel that muscle right there twisting.
Mm,
Oh man, it just start burning, and I couldn't do it, and I'd have to like bring my arm down, and it would frustrate me because it would hurt so bad. But now I don't have that issue. I don't have
mm.
that problem. And I'm like, if that's a placebo, man, this is the best placebo I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, placebo.
And,
Count me in for placebos, man. I'm in too,
yeah,
man.
we're gonna keep going on this one.
Yeah, the placebo train. I'm on, man. Choo choo, man. I'm ready, man. And how's the gaming life going on Carnivore? Do you feel like you got more energy to game?
Oh yeah. So this week, this month, October was absolutely packed with games. I had freaking Forza Motorsport. I had Assassin's Creed Mirage. We had Lords of the Fallen. We just got Alan Wake 2
Alan Wake, yep.
and
Did you play
Ghost
the
Runner
Spider-Man
2.
yet?
Spider-Man 2 was last weekend. Beat that, reviewed that, and then I got WRC that's coming out in a couple of days. We got Call of Duty. Man, I've beaten so many more games this last month since I've been doing Carnivore. It's been good, and it's weird too because I'll come home and I'll have like this clarity in like how I want to play the game and how I want to do things, and I just have this clarity now, and it's like, wow, man, this feels incredible. Like I feel like a younger kid. I'm playing games that like normally I would get all frustrated and just quit because I just wouldn't be in the mood. But every day I've been consistently able to get what I need to get done, and it's been awesome.
It
This
is
this
awesome.
month normally would have drove me nuts with that many games, but I've been able, and I even did Mario freaking Wonder, a game that I wasn't even planning on, and we got it, and I was gonna just let Junior play it and review it for me, but I got in there for a few minutes, and I was like, "Oh, dude!" I ended up beating that one too. I was like, "Wow, this is incredible, man! Like I feel incredible,
That's
absolutely."
that's awesome. What's your favorite game to play?
Um, I play everything. I think my favorite franchise out there would probably be Assassin's Creed. Those are the ones I absolutely look forward to all the time. Maybe some Call of Duty. I like to play the campaigns, but my absolute favorite, what I can always go back to, is sim racing.
Sim racing?
Yeah, sim racing, driving games, racing games.
The games look so realistic now with the graphics, and then you get these steering wheels, and it's like,
Oh
man, and
yeah,
they're going through like these shallow rivers, and like you can see the water on the tire. I'm like, dude, this is insane.
dude, it looks so incredible. Forza Motorsport is absolutely beautiful. Then we got the new WRC because I'm really into rally racing, and we got WRC coming out. Man, I cannot wait to sit there and play that. Considering your health issues, it's amazing.
Yeah, I can bring this one up here for you. That's Rick.
Yeah.
He's been on Carnivore Diet since 1983.
Wow, man.
And he's been trying to have a heart attack the last 40 years, and he just can't seem to get it done.
What the why not? You're not eating
They
enough
told him
butter.
if you eat like that, you're
You,
going to get a
you
heart
need
attack. And
you
he's
need
like, it
more
won't happen.
you need more bacon, butter, and what's the other one? Yeah.
Beef, butter, bacon, eggs, man.
Yeah, you just need to, yeah, dude, I don't know. You're gonna have to like double your intake.
Yeah, Rick says, I know what it's like to install and remove a transmission myself.
Oh yeah.
He's a car guy, Mopars, and he's got an old pickup truck, and he'll cook the steak right on the engine, man, on his way to work, and
Nice,
it's
nice.
he can smell when it's ready. It's coming through the heater.
Oh yeah. Well, if he's driving Dodge, he has to know how to fix all that stuff, man. Oh, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm a Chevy
Oh,
guy.
throwing shade.
I'm a Chevy guy. I'm a Chevy guy.
You're
I'm not
funny.
old enough. I'm not old enough to buy a Ford or a Dodge yet.
Rick says, I just had heart attack chicken. His heart attack chicken is great, man. You just fry it in tallow or lard, and man, chicken with the skin on it, like thighs and legs.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, you don't need any seasoning, nothing. It's just so good fried in the fat, man, instead of those vegetable oils that stink
Oh
like
yeah.
shit.
Exactly.
What are you
Being a
doing for
carnivore is
exercise?
um Work. I just ordered me some new dumbbells. They should be here today, and then probably start going back to the gym here fairly soon.
What?
Probably, within the next couple of months or so.
Yeah,
Just trying to get things reset so that I can do the channel, and because my physical health, throughout the winter is going to be something that I want to work on.
absolutely, absolutely. Do you have a goal weight, or do you have some
I just
carnivore goals that you're gonna look forward to?
I'm just trying to get back down to at least 225. I feel like 225 would be a decent weight for me, because I am a bigger guy. I'm 6'2", and pretty. I would say I'm still pretty strong for the most part. I could pick up a transmission by myself and walk with it easily.
That's great, man. Carrie from My Metamorphosis. She says, "Good afternoon."
Good afternoon.
How you doing, Carrie? Rick, I put the veggie oils in my fuel tank. There you go, bud. It's gotta be good for something.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it diesel fuel. Definitely.
So, what are some things that you're eating on your carnivore diet? I know you mentioned some burgers and chuck steak.
Yeah, so I do burgers, chuck steak, bacon, mostly beef, mostly red meat. Every now and then I'll do like some chicken thighs, but I got a whole bag of chicken thighs that I haven't even touched. Like they're still just sitting in the freezer. I bought those. Because they were like $15 or something, and I was like, "Ooh, I'll just get those." And because I was just buying whatever meat at 1st, but then I've quickly realized that chicken and regular pork is absolutely useless for me.
Yeah, you feel better on the
I
red
feel
meat?
way better on the red meat. So it's like, why even waste the money buying the other stuff? Because you need some variety. No, I just need like the fuel. You don't pull up to a gas station and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put like the
little diesel, a little regular.
Yeah, you just get in there, you fill your car up, and you drive away. You've got your fuel and then your oil. And that's like basically your red meat and your water. And you're good to go.
I'm gonna pull your channel back up here again. You guys, if you could go and subscribe to Andrew's channel, Frogboy X1 Gaming. Check him out, man. He's doing carnivore and gaming content. That's right up my alley because I just was streaming the Corey last night. We're gonna finish it up tonight.
So let me tell you guys, when you get up here to the top, the little frog boy right here, that was my son. He passed away when he was 7.5 months old. He had spinal muscular atrophy. And so I changed like all my gaming stuff and, kind of just was like, yeah, dude, that's where the name comes from, is from him. So,
man, that's
incredible. So if anybody's worried or
wondering, inspired and dedicated it to him, but I'm so sad to hear that. It's gotta. How do you get? For somebody, this is non-carnivore, but for someone like that, man, what such a loss. Like, what helped you get through that time, Andrew?
God, man.
Yeah,
100%. Just having faith and knowing that, like, when I die, like, I'll be there to see him in heaven. You know what I mean? And that's what drives you forward. And honestly, man, if my love and my strength and my feelings for God weren't as strong as they are, dude, there's no way. There's no way you can deal with something like that without God, man. Just there's no way. There's no way to deal with that. You will drive yourself crazy. If you don't have anything to believe in, if you don't believe in a higher power, I don't know if you're okay with that on the channel, but
yeah, no, I believe in God myself. So
I mean, if you don't have God, man, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do. There's like the stuff that can happen in this world, bro. There's no getting over it without God. It just doesn't work. So, but it was hard that first year. It's been, gosh, what is it, like 12, almost 13 years now? He died in 2010. So it's been a while, but that first year was pretty tough. But it gets a lot easier. I mean, it's not like it just happened. Like we knew from like 2 months on that he was going to pass away. I mean, they told us there's literally
it doesn't make it any easier though. You still go to love somebody.
It's like then you're just like, oh gosh, is today going to be the day? Is today going to be the day? You know what I mean? Like you're just going and trying to go, and you're like you just wrap your whole life around it. It's just it was pretty devastating, man. It was pretty tough.
Man, you are a tough dude, man. That's Man, I'm telling you, that's incredible. I asked, maybe I don't, I didn't mean to pry, but it's other people are going through real tough stuff too, and it's nice to know, what helps you and get through that, so other people
Oh,
can
I know.
maybe get advice.
No, I mean, if like honestly, you have to believe in yourself. You kind of have to forgive yourself, and you have to like I don't know, man. Like people like on my channel because I'll give games tens all the time. You know what I mean? And like the way I rate a game is like, was it fun? Was it entertaining? Was I able to get through the game? What was it? Was it worth playing? You know what I mean? And if it was a good game, I give it a 10 or whatever. And people are like, you can't give that a 10. That was like a 5. Or I'm like,
I
it
can give it
was my
whatever rank I want, bro.
it was like my experience. And I was like, dude, you got to remember it's just video games. You know what I mean? You got like all of us old people playing video games and complaining about this stuff. And I'm like, dude, it's video games. It's video games, man. I don't know if you want like a real experience, you're gonna have to do that in real life. But these are video games; they're gonna have bugs. They're meant to be fun. You know what I mean?
Most of the games I enjoyed the most had bugs in them, and the wildest things would happen. I'm like, dude, I love that about that game. You just
Exactly.
grow to love it.
We would go up making fun of that stuff and just like having fun with it because it was like, oh my gosh, that was pretty cool. I jumped up and I got stuck in a tree, and now everybody's like, oh my, it's so toxic. YouTube has become so toxic for video games that I've never talked like that with my friends in real life, man. You know what I mean? It's just so toxic. Everything is so toxic
What
now.
was the first game you've ever played, Andrew?
Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario. Mine was Zombies Ate My Neighbors on Super Nintendo.
Nice. Yeah. See, I started in 1985. That was the first time I played a video game. I was 5 years old. Went down to a neighbor's house that lived in the same apartment complex, and they had a regular Nintendo. They had the Mario Brothers and then the Duck Hunt, and so that was the
Oh,
actual.
Duck Hunt, bro! You just took me
Those
back,
were like
man.
the first two games I had ever played. And then when I got my Super Nintendo when I was like 12 or 13, I had Mario World, man, and like, oh, that game was so cool. And like this new Mario that just came out, Wonder, is like a spiritual successor to Super Mario World. It
Is it?
is.
Did they pay homage? Did they do good?
Oh yeah, this is very very good.
I'm hoping they bring back Donkey Kong because I used to love Donkey Kong, man.
Um, maybe. Are you okay with Fate?
Yeah, you do whatever, man.
I was on somebody else's channel and they didn't like it or something.
It's your life. You're a grown adult. Now, do you have any things about Carnivore Diet that you aren't thrilled about? Is there something you don't like about the Carnivore Diet so far?
No, to be completely honest with you, like I was saying, like my body feels like I am running on optimal fuel. You know what I mean? I guess maybe there's some things that I don't like about the carnivore diet are going to pertain to the way people perceive the carnivore diet. You know what I mean? Like other people looking in, the way they would be looking at how you know what I mean? Like how people would be looking at me toward doing that. I don't really care what they think. Like my body feels incredible. I don't care, but it does kind of suck that people are. It kind of sucks that in this day and age, man, we cannot get actual real information that's good for us. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm doing these interviews because the studies might not be out there that support Carnivore Diet, but there's a lot of people jumping right into it, and their results speak
Instant
for
results.
themselves.
Yep, instant results, and it's like, dude, it speaks for itself. And that's what I encourage people. Like when I make videos on my channel about it, I encourage them like try it for 30 days. Try it for 30 days, man. If I was feeling results within a week, try it for 30 days. See how it goes. And that 30 days is enough to at least reboot your system to an extent
Mhm.
to where once you notice that like, hey man, I don't crave sugar, or hey, I'm not craving that. Maybe after that 30 days, you can start to veer into a path of, maybe eating less carbs, eating, less things that are going to destroy your body. It's just one of those things that's like, yeah, man, you need to try this. You need to experience this for at least 30 days of your life. You need to experience what it feels like to run on an optimized diet that is pretty much the way I feel. That's what you should be eating. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to tell anybody to do it, but if you're struggling with joint pain and you're having a hard time getting out of bed and you're a dude over 35 and like you're starting to feel your life slip away from you, try carnivore. Don't go see the little testosterone doctor. Go try carnivore for a month and tell me if you feel better. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't even waste your money. Like, think about that. If you go see a testosterone doctor, you're going to be paying money for that. Obviously, you're going to have to see a doctor, whether you got insurance or not. And like all these drugs and all the freaking stuff that they put you on, all that money that you're just going to be throwing away for what?
When you
When
could
you
be
can,
buying ribeyes with
when
that.
you could be buying ribeyes, you could just be buying meat. And like I said, I can feed myself a carnivore diet for $100 a week. That to me is not bad. When I was spending $13 a day on that freaking gut truck, bro, for 5 days a week, 13 times 5 is, gosh, dude, what is that? 50. That's almost $60-$70 right there.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm already spending $70 a week on that truck for one meal, and now I'm spending $100 a week for my whole week of food. For my whole week of food, I'm eating chuck steak. Yeah, they're cheaper. They've got a pretty good amount of fat, and they are absolutely delicious. But then I got people like, oh, you don't want to eat chuck steak. That's bad for you. I'm like, whatever, dude, whatever. Like, it's like, I don't know. So yeah, chuck steak, the beef chunks, hamburger obviously is, you can get hamburger pretty cheap. Mostly just red meat and bacon.
What's the
bacon
most
for that.
exotic meat you think you've tried? Some people I've interviewed, they've tried kangaroo, horse, all sorts of stuff.
I bought a 3-pack of ribeyes from Costco the other day. They were like $45 for like 3 big old fat ribeyes. And if I could sustain that, that's like $100 for 6 days. If I was to buy those, that would be like increasing my. Well, actually, I don't know how much that would increase my budget. I'd have to do the math on that. I think I could probably get to about 140, maybe 130, maybe 130, $140 a week for
catch a nice sale, maybe a little bit less.
Maybe.
Do you do any meal prepping, or you just cook it when you're
ready?
Yeah.
So I just go and I buy everything, and this is easy for me. Obviously, I buy it. It comes in 2 packs of my chuck steaks and then my big bacon. So I just, right when I get home, I separate it into 5 bags. 6 bags, 1 for every day. And then I just put them in the fridge, a couple in the freezer. And then when I get home, I just throw it in the griddle, cook it all up. Then I eat it, and I'm good to go, man. Like, it's super simple, very fast, very efficient.
Awesome. Carrie from My Metamorphosis says she just finished her meal prepping and cooked up burger patties, bacon, and hard-boiled eggs.
Nice.
Do you eat any eggs, Andrew?
Yeah. I just had burger patties and eggs today. For
you could have your eggs served only one way the rest of your life, what way would you like your eggs?
Probably over easy.
Over easy, nice. I'm a scrambled guy.
I like that yolk, man. I like that yolk. So like it's weird, man, because I love my burgers and I love my eggs on my burgers. You know what I mean? With my bacon and all of that stuff.
Okay. So you like putting it right on the burger patty.
But I'm not eating the bun no more. So it's like I just stack all that yummy up on there.
I gotta send you a recipe for carnivore buns. It's basically just the egg whites that you mix them out separate them from the yellows, and then you get like one of those little not blenders, but whisker things, or like the little things that spin, and you just whip it, and then you put it in the whatchamacallit, the oven for a little bit. I'll send you the recipe, and they're like little burger buns.
Nice.
And it's kind of fun, maybe if and you said you're a grandfather now, right?
Yeah.
You don't even look like it. So how many grandkids you have?
Just the one.
Maybe the grandkid would like to try some carnivore burgers with the carnivore bun.
Oh yeah. Bring Grand Junior over here. He likes that stuff. I'm trying to get Junior on. I'm trying to get my boy on it. He's 14. I'm trying to get him to start doing it too. But man, this kid loves his vegetables and his carbs and stuff, and it's so hard. Hard.
Well, just lead by example. That's really the only thing we can do out here,
Yeah, exactly.
Primal Mike says, since you guys are gamers, Fortnite anyone? We could do trios or squads and call out Team Carnivores. Hey, nice.
I said I was a gamer. I'm not 5. No, I don't know, man. My daughter loves Fortnite. I never got into it. I
I
can't
never
really.
played Fortnite actually, honestly. I like Overwatch. I play that a lot.
I'll pull out so we can play some Call of Duty.
Hey, there you go. I'll have to add you up after this. We'll exchange
Yeah.
info once this
Um,
in.
if you guys are gamers, Frogboy X1 on PlayStation 5, Frogboy X1 on the Xbox. Go ahead and
Okay,
send me a request, and
absolutely.
I'll approve you. You guys can play when I do gaming with the community night. It's been a while since I've done that. I'm trying to get back into it, but Monday, like this whole month, has just been consecutive or consistent games every week. So, and it's not going to let up until the first week of March or the first week of November. I'll be doing Call of Duty, the campaign on November 2nd, but I've got WRC in between that. So, yeah, dude, I'm so
Don't they got like a
stoked.
zombies one out now?
Yeah,
Modern
no,
Warfare.
Modern Warfare 3 is coming out, and it's going to have like an open world zombies. You're going to have, oh gosh, it's going to be incredible.
I'm ready, man.
This is the first Call of Duty that's going to actually have like missions where you can decide how you want to attack it. Like you can go stealth, you can go guns ablazing, however you want. So it's
Ooh,
gonna that's gonna add so much replay value to the overall campaign. It's gonna be
yeah,
like I'm super excited about that.
absolutely.
They
Me
always
too.
find a way to get me to spend my $100. No, I'm just joking.
Hey,
Oh,
that's their job, man, to keep us
oh,
spending, keep us entertained. Rick, the 40-year carnivore, he says duck hunt is not a video game for me. LOL. He's got he's got ducks in his yard, and when one of them gets more aggressive towards the other ones, they make a kitchen visit.
oh, nice,
So
dope.
he actually does do real duck hunts.
So how is duck meat though? I heard it's like more greasy than like chicken and stuff. So
That's what
it's
I
like
heard too.
more.
I haven't had it, but I think Rick, don't you deep fry it in lard and stuff? So I think it's pretty moist because of the way he cooks it in the lard. Pretty
Yeah, I
much
don't know.
anything cooked in lard, it's hard to go wrong.
I just know that like chicken is absolutely useless for me. Like I eat it
Try it
and
in some
it.
fat though. Try it in lard because it will add a little. Your chicken will soak up some of that, and that way you add some fat to
Well, I
the
mean, at
meat.
least the white meat. The white meat's absolutely useless for me. Like I won't even do chicken breast.
Yeah, get
I
if you do
I
get the
don't
chicken, get it with skin on it. That way it can soak up that lard and that tallow, beef tallow. Have you ever cooked with lard or beef tallow, Andrew?
know. I usually just use my bacon grease right now.
Okay, yeah. See if they even check your local butcher shop or like ask your local farmers if they've got any tallow. Tallow is like fat from a cow, and the lard is fat from a pig. So either one, it should make your food just incredible.
Yeah, maybe I'll go up to this butcher up here and see if I can get him to get me some good pricing on some chuck steaks or something with extra fat on them. It'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, and,
'Cause
and
I
I'm
like
sure they
that
would love the
fat, man.
business. So tell them what you want. I'm sure they would cut it up for you.
I was thinking about doing that like at the Smiths where I normally go. I know we got like Harmon's and stuff too. Harmon's is all the food they feed there is like local. All the stuff they sell those pretty much local. So
Better food, better mood. Primal Mike. When I was a young boy, I played Mario, and my favorite was Battle City. Nice.
nice. Heck yeah.
Rick says Pac-Man was the popular game when I was growing up. I never liked gaming. No, Rick, you never played Pac-Man? Did you ever play it? At least try it, Rick. He said it was more fun to go to the canal with food and feed the duckies. Yeah. See, Rick's funny. He whenever his parents would give him food that he didn't want to eat, anything that wasn't meat, he would throw to the ducks and call duck food. So
Oh man.
Carrie, my medium says, I prefer mine over easy too. Okay, we got some over easy egg lovers here.
Yeah, I love over easy eggs. It's just I like to flip them.
Rick, the smoky duck tastes like beef, and if you cook it in tallow, it tastes like a steak. Hmm.
Cook a duck tastes like a steak if you cook it. Okay.
So yeah, I'm telling you, man, you got to get the beef tallow or the pig lard, man, and
Do you
start
guys
cooking.
do you guys have this new store? It's called Winco.
No, I've never heard of that actually.
So Winco, they've got like way more different cuts of meat than any of the grocery stores I go to now. Like I can go there and I can get like tongue, like beef tongue, all kinds of stuff there.
My
So
local beef farmer has all beef cheeks, beef tongue, everything, man. Like you name it, they keep it and cook it from that cow.
Do you get any of that kind of stuff, like
I
liver
haven't
or
been
anything?
that carnivore curious yet. I still
Yeah, I
I'm
never
gonna
really
try the
liked.
beef cheeks though. That looks like a good regular steak. The beef tongue, I don't know, man, if I can get into eating a tongue, man, yet. So I'm just taking it, as I go. But otherwise, I just started cooking with beef tallow, and the farmer I was at today to pick up my beef bacon, they're gonna be rendering me some pig lard, and told me to come back and
So
pick that up.
when they do beef bacon, isn't that them just slicing down like a brisket?
It's it's technically beef brisket bacon, and
Yeah,
it's cuts from the belly of the cow, and just like bacon would regular bacon is cuts from the belly of a pig.
yeah,
And
nice.
it's I suggested to people because some people eat pork bacon and it kind of upsets their like they love the taste, but it kind of upsets their stomach. So I say, hey, try beef bacon, and you still might be able to have your bacon and not break your lion diet too.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'll see if that see if that actual freaking butcher will do that for me.
Yeah, tell them you want some belly cuts from the cow, man. Tell them some brisket bacon. I'm sure they'll hook you up, Andrew. Rick, chicken breast is great for pizza crust. Yeah, you take the chicken breast and you shred it up and then mix it with some eggs and then put it down over some parchment paper. Throw that in the
Hmm,
oven for like 20 minutes and you've got a pizza crust, carnivore pizza crust.
really?
Yep, and
Hmm.
then I do carnivore pizza once in a while. I just don't do any pizza sauce.
Yeah, pizza sauce would be absolutely pointless. I think. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, you can. I mean, it's on everybody. I just don't want it because of the sugars and stuff in there. But
Yeah.
I usually just do my pizza crust with 6 cups of cheese and 3 eggs. I mix it, then put it on the parchment paper, bake it for 20 minutes, and then I'll put down mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, sausage, bacon, just load it up with all the meats, and you've got a carnivore pizza.
Nice.
And if
So I
you
can
really
still
need
be a.
sauce,
So
go
I
ahead.
really can be a Ninja Turtle for life. No, I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
you like Ninja Turtles, man? I
Yeah,
love
of
Ninja
course,
Turtles.
man. I grew up
I
with a
got
Ninja
mine right
Turtle.
here, man.
Could be a Ninja Turtle for life, man. Heck yeah.
Raph was my favorite growing up because he was always so pissed off.
Yeah.
This duck I got at the gathering of the Juggalos from Gilbert Gottfried when he was working for Aflac.
Nice.
He was right when he got fired. You remember he used to do those commercials, Aflac.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he got fired from them. I don't know what he did, but I think yeah, it still makes noise. And I
Oh
was at the
man.
gather of the Juggalos, and Gilbert Godfrey was doing a stand up, and he threw it out, and it hit my buddy. He threw it at my buddy because we were front row, and he was sleeping. He passed out, and he threw it at my buddy, and it bounced in my lap. I was like, hell yeah,
Nice.
Rick! I still have my Pac-Man portable game. Nice, dude. It's
Hell
probably worth
yeah.
some money on eBay. What about duck testicles, Rick? Have you had those? I suppose.
Hello.
Rick will eat. He even he's down in Florida, so they've got iguanas that just are all over the place. So he'll do iguana hunts too, man. And besides duck
Eat
hunts,
them.
yep,
Wouldn't mind trying alligator.
yeah. I guess he's had that too. The tail or the legs. I'm not sure. Rick, did you have the tail or the legs of the alligator? He says fry your pizza crust in lard. It's better. Ooh, okay. All right, I'll try that, dude. I've got a bunch of. I don't have a lard yet, but I do have a bunch of tallow. I'm gonna be getting some lard very soon. They said as soon as they're
So
done with.
when you guys are talking about like shredded up, like you would do like pulled pork,
Yep,
like a
yep.
really
Shred up,
fine shred, and then mix it with eggs, and then
mix
bake
it with
that.
the eggs, and then spread it down flat into a circle, and then put that on parchment paper so it comes off. And
Oh,
then bake it up, and then you have your pizza crust, my dude. Then just put on there. If you need pizza sauce, I mean, go for it. But otherwise, just put the
yeah.
mozzarella down, pepperoni,
See, that's the one
sausage,
thing I haven't tried.
bacon.
I haven't tried bringing dairy in at all. I
Yeah,
haven't
I stopped drinking milk on the
done
carnivore diet. I didn't want the lactose.
that kind of stuff in just yet.
Rick,
I just
garden fresh tomatoes make your pizza even carb lover can enjoy. Okay. Yeah, he grows a lot of his own stuff, so
nice.
yeah. Rick, I have had gator tail and legs. Okay, nice, nice.
Nice.
Oh, Rick says to put the chicken and eggs in a blender. There you go, Andrew, for your pizza
Nice.
crust.
Okay.
Get a pizza pan, fill it with lard, heat and fry. Okay, okay.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and that adds a level of fat to your diet. You know, I feel like the carnivore diet should be called the fativore diet. You know what I'm
That's fine.
saying?
Yeah, exactly. Huh?
Because that's what gives you your energy.
what about if we did like how would you do like a lasagna without the noodles?
I'm not sure. I know you should look up some carnivore recipe because these people are really starting to figure it out, like how to make carnivore burger buns. And if you like hard boiled eggs, I interviewed a gal, the carnivore ballerina. She takes the hard boiled egg, slices it in the middle, and then makes these little burger patties, and then eats like an
Nice.
egg burger sandwich that way.
Like sliders?
Yeah,
Yeah,
bacon
yeah.
sliders, but with the
Hell
hard
yeah.
boiled eggs, top and bottom.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and people are really getting creative, man. It's amazing.
Heck
And
yeah.
there's a Dr. Kiltz. He does Dr. Kiltz ice cream, and it's basically just eggs and heavy whipping cream. So it's all fat, and then it tastes pretty decent, man. And if I'm gonna let my kid have any ice cream, it's definitely gonna be a carnivore ice cream where it's all just fat and not jack full of sugars and
Oh yeah, that
chocolate
sugar stuff's
chips and
garbage.
caramel and
Knowing what I know now, man, yeah, I don't think go back to sugar is not a good thing.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so if you do try any of that stuff, let me know how you like it and what you're doing. Did you have fun, my dude?
Oh yeah.
Would you come back for an update sometime?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool, cuz I had fun talking to you, man. Talking games and everything here. Let's see. Top your pizza with ground beef, cheese, sardines and sausage. That's a heart attack pizza there for you.
Heck yeah.
My Metamorphosis, I believe Chris Cooking Nashville has a lasagna carnivore recipe. He has a lot of carnivore recipes. Yeah, so type in maybe carnivore lasagna on
See
YouTube.
if I could find like some of that stuff that Junior likes, he's a spaghetti junkie. He likes all that. If I could find a way to make like carnivore, um, to make those like carnivore for him and he would enjoy them, then maybe I could get him to join me on this.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a will, there's a way, man. So look it up on YouTube. Has been such a blessing in my life. That's how I even found out about the carnivore diet. You know, and God bless your brother. You said you found
Yeah.
out about it through him, right?
Yeah.
How's
I
he
mean,
doing on the diet?
I haven't asked. I haven't even asked. Maybe I'll
You're
hit him
doing
up.
so dang good, man. You're just getting back into life.
Yeah, man. I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's like so much I want to do.
Let me flip your channel one more time for folks here, and then we'll wrap this up here, folks. If you can go and subscribe. I love that you dedicated the channel to your son, man. I wasn't sure what the Frog Boy Gaming, how that came about, but now that I know, man, that's very deep. It's amazing, man. You're an amazing guy and very strong guy, man. I think you'd be a great leader in this scene, man.
Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, so guys, go and subscribe. He's got gaming content. He's got carnivore content.
Yeah, I'm putting all the carnivore stuff into like one like playlist. So if you guys want that, I will be doing updates on the channel as I continue to go and learn more stuff and figure out some more stuff. But like right now, I feel totally optimized. So I'm going to keep doing exactly what I'm doing right now. But I will, as time, like this month was super expensive with all the games. So next month I'll have more money for meat. So we'll be trying some different stuff. Cause I mean, I self-fund my channel. Yeah, I don't beg for free stuff. So
Well, I think you'll get to the point where you won't have to beg for it. You'll just have a nice audience and they'll want to get that product out there in front of your audience. You just got to keep growing it and keep doing your thing.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Now, before we go, I like to ask people, what's on your heart, man? What would you like to talk about to the people before we wrap things up?
Well, honestly, I would say give it a try. If this is something that you've been thinking about, or I mean, if you're sitting on the fence and just like seriously, like trying to feel like, oh man, can I afford it? If you have to start with freaking bar S hot dogs, they're $1 a freaking package. Buy a bunch of those. Eat them. Eat nothing else. Just find a way to get yourself onto this diet as soon as possible for a minimum of 30 days. See how your body feels. See if it fixes any of the problems that you think that you have. And then you'll know. Like you'll know what you need to do. Because I mean, once you cut out all the other garbage, you'll have more money for meat. You will. You'll have more money to live whatever you need to. And that's kind of the way I do that because I spend most of my money on the channel, like in investing in the channel, into video games, into equipment, stuff like that. But if there's a will, there's a way. Like you'll be able to find a way to do it. I mean, you could even go like sometimes when I'm going to see my wife after work, I will stop at Wendy's and I'll tell them, hey, I just want 4 of the patties, 4 of your guys' large patties, and it's like $6. If you go get a combo meal like a Dave's triple, they're like $13.
Mm-hmm.
You could get 4 freaking beef patties for like $6. They're big ones. At Carl's Jr., you can get two of their 1/3 quart or third pounder ones. You can get those for like $6, $7. It's just incredible. Just buy the meat because every one of them has like the little button to add an extra meat patty. You just tell them, hey, I just want 4 patties, and it's like $1.50 most of the time. So there's so many ways that you can find to sustain this carnivore diet and to get the effects and feel incredible. Like, yeah, it's just incredible. You'll really love it. I think you will. And don't worry about like another thing that I was going to say. You have to look at the carnivore diet as a way of like fueling your body. If you can find a way to visualize this as just fuel for your body so that you can do everything else you want to do. But it does kind of suck because you do have to take the social aspect out of eating completely out of it. And I feel like if you can separate the social aspect away from food and move those aside to where they should be, then you can eat what you need to eat and not get tired of it because you're fueling your body. That's all you're doing is you're fueling your body so that you can do everything else you want to do. And then you do your socializing separate from that. Once we got into this eating 3 meals a day and like having like the sit down with the family and we're going out to dinner with friends and
It's all
family and
about the
stuff like
food
that.
at the parties.
It's all about the food and that part of your mind that just, that nostalgic feeling that you're always going to have is always going to be centered around that food and how you felt good around family. And it's so confusing. You have to look at food as fuel. You have to, and you'll be stronger. You'll be better, and you'll live longer. I think. I really do think you'll live longer. I feel so much better now. It's incredible.
Yeah, lately, it's my family's been arguing about cookie day, and I said I don't mind helping you guys with the cookies. I'm just not going to eat any of them, and that kind of pissed them off. And then Thanksgiving, the annoyed that we just eat meat. I'm like, you guys, what's wrong with me having a ribeye while you guys eat dry ass turkey?
Exactly.
And mashed potatoes and all that other stuff. Like, I didn't tell any of you couldn't eat what you wanted, but the fact that I just want to have meat, it's been pissing people off. So I encourage people to really stay tough for the holidays because, between Halloween with the candy, Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's going to be tough for some people this last,
Oh yeah.
couple months of the year here.
Yeah, I mean that's why I feel like you should start it just before that and just get yourself to on a. Yeah, the sooner you get on it, the better you're gonna feel. Absolutely. And
Absolutely.
you
Man,
will
I had
feel.
a blast here with you, Andrew, man. This has been awesome, dude.
Yeah, you too, JT. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, and I can't wait for your updates, man. This is just the first 32 days, I think you said.
Yeah, 32 days.
Wow, man. And I'm so proud of you, man. You're already getting results, man. Like it just makes me so happy to see people get their life back and start doing the stuff they love to do, man. I hate seeing people not do well. I love seeing them thrive and
Oh
be
yeah.
happy. So I'm very happy for you, Andrew.
Yep. Well, I appreciate you having me on. It
Yeah,
was
absolutely.
awesome.
You guys, my coach always says the first law of learning is repetition. So please replay Andrew's story. There's value in him and there's value in his story. and I appreciate you guys listening to the story and supporting the podcast. I really appreciate it. And I'll have all his links in here as soon as I get off here. I'll put them all in there. And hopefully, is there anything else? You on any other channels besides YouTube? Any other apps?
You can find me on Twitter if you wanted to actually like talk to me. My DMs are open on Twitter. Got an email address in on my channel if you guys want to email me anything like that. Email me recipes, stuff like that. That'd be awesome. So yeah,
Cool.
just
And let
Twitter.
me know if you try that lasagna, that carnivore lasagna.
Yeah, definitely. We'll keep in touch
Yeah, for
for
sure.
sure.
Well, you guys, I'm gonna wrap it up and I'm talk with him for a minute after this. So thank you and goodbye, guys. Rick, I'll do my duck face for you on the way out. Okay.